Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the Brad Woto stream. But first, it's time for...
What's under the orange flannel?
I have a job.
It's time to guess. Guys, it's time to guess. Oh, I've done it again. Hold on. I've got no music set up. Look, I'm on a different profile because I do a different profile for this every week, okay? So just shut your mouth. All right? You don't understand. You don't understand what it's like. There we go. What's under the orange flannel? Can you guess? Let's see. What's under the orange flannel? Is it a breadstick? A wand of magic missiles? A cool stick from the outside world? A strand of hair? Has anyone in the UK been outside this weekend? I refuse to go out there. A straw pipe? Fuck. A paintbrush. A paint bristle. A paintbrush. A brewish. A paintbrush. Is that it? No one else in here today? Bodes well. It bodes very well, doesn't it? Alright, I guess that's it. Let's see if you can guess. What's under the orange flannel today? Today. I'm still setting up the stream because I was playing Marvel Rivals and I shouldn't have been, but I was. Alright? So here we are. Let's see if you can guess what's under the orange flannel today. You think It's a paintbrush. Straw. A straw for my wart. Arr. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. It's Sunday. We're going to play some D&D today, even though I want to be playing Marvel's Rivals. I love calling it Marvel's Rivals. And I must stop, because no one's going to get it and they're just going to think I'm old. An old man. Ratchet's at work, killing him, dude. Wants to be playing Marvel's Rivals so badly. Hey Kyoki, you going to play Marvel's Rivals with us? Instead of Ratch, because he's at work like a loser. Says the guy at work, not playing Marvel's Rivals right now. Hey Kyoki, you fucking loser. Grow up, dude. You need to attack her. You just have to attack her, it's the rules. Gotta attack Kyoki. Nothing like a Sunday morning Kyoki onslaught. Installing it on surgery computer right now. Kinda slaps though. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I mean, I literally have only played it last night for, you know, I streamed it on the second channel. We played for a bit. I played the Punisher. No, I didn't. I played Winter Soldier all night. And this morning, me and Liam got up and played a couple. Leah joined us. Then Whack joined us, and then Maya joined us for one before we were like, fuck that guy, we don't want to play with him anyway. And I played Scarlet Witch and Thor, because Leah was like, we need a tank, why is no one tanking? I was like, alright, fine, I'll do it. I played Thor, enjoyed it. Travis Willingham voicing Thor. Picked that one up straight away. And then I played Scarlet Witch, and I enjoy both of those characters. I'm enjoying the game a lot. It's very good. I shall play a little more, I think, upon this afternoon. Upon this afternoon. It's because I'm the group tank and Leah refuses to be in the same lobby as me. That's true as well. Well, Maya played Hulk for a bit, which meant I was able to play Scarlet Witch a bit more. I'm getting the hang of a couple of different characters. I'm figuring it out. It's very good, very fun. Very fun game, very good, very nice, very fun game. How can she slap? How can you slap? How can she slap? I have to send it to Orkish so he knows. Remember how can she slap?
To talk with you actually.
Why don't you go and up then?
You go.
How
I
can
don't
you
know if I
slap?
can show it, by the way, which is why we're just listening.
How can you slap? How can she slap? How can she slap me?
How can you slap?
How can she slap, man?
Guys, Google it. How can she slap? You remember it? Does anyone remember it? I can't believe no one remembers it. I swear to God, it was like a PewDiePie meme. Which means if I put it in a PewDiePie video as a PewDiePie meme, it became worldwide known meme. I invented all of the memes. All of them. Every meme you like from the before times, that was me, motherfuckers. You guys suck, dude. Grow up. You guys suck, dude. Grow up. What's going on with my computer? I haven't restarted my computer because I installed The Witcher 3 and Infinity Nikki last night, which took all night. I had to leave my computer on all night installing those games. Because we're playing a different game every day this week. In a contender series, champions level, the Champions League of video game plays. Winner takes all. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to play a different game every day. And at the end of the week, we're going to do a vote, which is which game do we play, which game do we continue playing, and we take into account which game had the least views and which game had the most. And then also, I'm just going to put an option in there for continue playing a different game every day. You know, because it's pure data collection this week. This week is just pure data collection because you people are annoying me. And you won't just watch something. And everyone's like, we watch for you, Brad. And then prove to me immediately that you're lying the week after, you know. Liars. Every single one of you. So anyway, I had to install The Witcher, which was a big game. And Infinity Nikki's also a big game. I had to uninstall a couple of games in order to squeeze them onto the hard drive. So I set it going overnight last night. And that's it. I think they're all installed. So we've got Minecraft installed. Then we're doing Stardew on Tuesday, which is installed. Wednesday Witcher, that's installed. Infinity Nikki on Thursday, installed. And then RimWorld, which is installed. I kind of want to do I feel like we should do something fun with RimWorld, like one of the, I don't know, a mod pack or something that is like exclusively a particular type of mod pack maybe. But we'll have to look into that. Marking my calendar for Tuesday. No, you're going to watch every single fucking stream. Fuck you guys. You show up for every single stream, or I swear to God, I'll go crazy. Is there a chance to sneak in FF14? No, Chicklet. Get the fuck out of here right now. The hell's wrong with you? Why would you even suggest that? Is there a chance that you'll slit your own wrists on stream because we're going to play something that absolutely no one will watch? Also, I play it on PS5. I don't play it on PC. I'd have to drag my whole fucking... I'd have to drag the PS5 here. PS5 has become my TV, sit on the sofa, relax at night situation. I'm not... I just don't want to be sat at this fucking desk anymore. Well, it's a standing desk and you're not even saying it before you make a standing desk joke. I've already made it in my head. You're not funny. And I beat you to it legally. I legally beat you to it. Shut your mouth. Anyway, that's what we're doing all week. I mean, it's literally written out, Chicklet, what we're doing all week. It's written down. Just go into the Discord and look at it. Why would I sneak in Final Fantasy XIV? If anything, I'll sneak in Marvel's Rivals. The only game I want to play right now. I know there's no hope of me streaming that. None of you will watch it. My life is pain. My life is pain. Exclusively only pain. You know what I need as well? Snacks in my house. I've got no snacks. Nothing. I don't even have any peanuts. I've got a handful of peanuts. I lied. I've got some hazelnuts. I don't know what they are. I've got some mixed nuts. That's it, man. And other than that, I've only got chocolate. I put dark chocolate in my chili that I made yesterday, by the way. Couldn't taste any difference, but maybe the 2-day approach, the day 2 chili. I'll report back tomorrow. But I added dark chili to the chili, dark chocolate to the chili. To see what it does. It was fucking weird. I felt weird adding it and watching it melt. I was like, I don't know about this. This was a mistake. And then I ate the chili last night, but I couldn't tell. That shit bussin'. Me be bussin' with the Rizzler. Fucking Ratch in there. A 43-year-old man. Saying bussin'. Dude, we're so old, man. It's fucking horrible. Because you don't feel it, right? You think in your brain you don't feel like ancient. But there's all these like little kids running around that are like 20. And they're looking at us like, fuck, you guys are old and shit and stuff. Everything you say is cringe. But you don't feel it. You don't feel cringe, but you are. Liquid cringe. Oh, God, for real. On God, for real, for real. I'm gonna start the stream today by trying to make a character on D&D Beyond. You got your favorite warlock. So that we can switch over the thing. Oh, we have to level up, do we? We have to level up Lyri as well. We're not going to get any gameplay in again, are we? Did you level up? Yeah, you did. Yeah, okay. So you're level 3? Who are you playing D&D with? Man, if only there was a way that you could find out. If only there was a way that you could figure it out, you know? Man. Should we just play D&D right now? Okay, fine. Let's get into it.
Tricks of shootery, Rice, Lyri, Rice. It's time to claim your victory. Fight, fight, fight till the fight is won. Run, run, run if it can't be done. Hide, hide, hide till we're out of their sight. Rice, Lyri, Rice, let's roll the dice. Win, 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 Lyri, save us all. Spin, spin, spin on the magic wall. Roll, roll, roll till you know your call. Rice, Lyri, Rice, let's roll the dice. Go, go, let your legend be born. Fall, fall, fall with magic adorned. Soar, 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 always ready for more. Rice, Lyri, Rice, let's roll the dice. Never surrender, never give in. Lyri, step ahead and let your arrows sing. Lift your head and brace the dawn, ready to rise. Rice, Lyri, Rice, let's roll the dice.
Okay. It's time to play D&D with you. Twitch chat. Elazar Knack. You're playing. Ratch's work account coming in with that sub. You're finally doing it. You're finally keeping up. So here we are, we're playing D&D, Twitch plays D&D. The way this works is that you are playing the character, the main character, Lyri, who leveled up last week. So we've actually got a bit of housekeeping to do first. So we've got to figure out some of this shit. Because I want to move the character sheet over to D&D Beyond. As we figured out. That we can share the character sheet on there. But we've also got to level up. So, do we do it? I guess we just make the character on D&D Beyond. And then we'll level them up. And then when we get to level 3, we'll get to do all that stuff. So... can I actually share this properly? Create a character. Stop. I've never done this. Don't we also start with the wheels? We're not in the game yet. I said we're doing some housework first. What did I just say? Relax. Fucking chill. Okay, character name is Laurel. Sources, everything. We don't know where we're going with this. Enable dice rolling. Sure. Milestone. XP. Yep. Hit point type. Manual. Beats multi-class. No encumbrance. Ignore coin weight. Modifiers top. Private campaign only. Public. Anyone can, with a shared link, can view your character. So this is what I want, isn't it? The public one. But they can't edit it, right? People can view it but not edit. Is this the first time you've done this? No, we've been doing it for a little while. It's just that this is the first time I'm using D&D Beyond to create the character sheet so that you can access the character sheet. Right, because what I've been doing up until now is just print screening it. We're in the middle of a session at the moment. The character is in a water temple, and the current quest is to retrieve the Heart of the Abyss Pearl from the sunken temple and return it to Erindra to prevent Kathlara from awakening. But we've just got to do some level up stuff. We're doing... You've come in during admin. But up until now, everything has been procedurally generated. It's fully randomized. The world is randomized. The character was randomized. We made everything... Everything has been done on screen, including like all of the dungeons and the DMing and stuff is just straight up procedurally generated as we go, and randomized and totally insane. There are some ways that you can get involved by subscribing. Every 10 subscribers, we spin that wheel and random shit happens. But we'll get into that in a minute. First, we've got to make this character. So who was it who confirmed that we can do this? All right, well, I guess we'll see, won't we? Now what do I do? This. Okay, so we are a fighter. Now, there is some changes to this. We're not playing straight up basic D&D because I want to adjust some things that you can do. Character level 1. I guess we do level 1, then we level them up. Level 2. Level 3. Okay, here we go. So manage the HP. So I've got to reference the other character sheet, so we've got to add in the stuff from the other character sheet. So at level 2 you had, well, I guess what I could do is roll a hit dice now in here first, and then we'll take that HP, yeah? 5. Not good. Which means your maximum HP is 23. Now the core fighter traits, your proficiencies are in athletics and intimidation. The fighting style you chose was archery. Weapon masteries, I don't know what this is. Your training with weapons allows you to use the mastery properties of 3 kinds of simple or martial weapons. Oh, you can't just use everything as a fighter anymore? Might be easier to be on this screen. Subs should still count towards the wheel because we've activated it. I think that's how it works. So I guess the rapier. What is this? Vex. If you hit a creature with a rapier and deal damage to the creature, you have advantage. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is all this? I don't want this. Is this new fighter stuff? Is this... I haven't seen any of the new 2024 D&D handbook stuff yet. Hi, Nico. Thanks for that resub. It's new D&D stuff? Oh, okay. Fuck. Alright, well, I'm guessing you want these then. Let's see what you get. Let's give you rapier. Longbow. Right. Ooh, longbow. Yeah, longbow, sap. And then... what do you want the last one to be, guys? Dagger? For the bone dagger. You've got a great club, a dagger, and a crossbow. And a whip. The whip. Okay, so your training with weapons allows you to use the mastery properties of 3 kinds of simple or martial weapons of your choice. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can practice weapon drills and change one of those new weapon choices. When you reach certain fighter levels, you gain the ability to use the mastery properties of more kinds of weapons as shown in the weapon mastery fighter table. You hit a creature with a rapier and deal damage to the creature. You have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn. Dang. If you hit a creature with a longbow and deal damage to it, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. If the creature is hit more than once by weapons that have this property, the speed reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet. Okay. And then the same thing is on the whip. Right. Then you get Action Surge, Tactical Mind, and then here's the thing we have to pick today. Oh, there's only the option for the Champion Fighter, which is what you are, isn't it? That was what we chose. So is this what you get at level 3 now? Oh, and what did you used to get as fighter? It was this, Martial Archetype, wasn't it? So you don't pick a Martial Archetype anymore? You get Weapon Mastery now as a fighter? Interesting. Now what? Next. The background was Soldier. The skill proficiencies were Perception and Survival. The gaming set was Dice. Savage Attacker. You trained to deal particularly damaging strikes once per turn. When you hit a target with a weapon, you can roll the weapon's damage twice and use either roll against the target. We're going to forget that. Soldier background lets you choose between strength decks. Oh, they give you ability scores now on your fucking backgrounds? Dude, this is completely different. It's a completely different game. Increase 3 scores. Trying to look at your stats. You have a 12, a 15, a 13, an 8, 11, and a 16. Or increase. So increase 3 scores by +1/+1/+1, or increase 2. I know you can't see the drop downs, by the way. It's just the way it's capturing it. Or increase 2 scores +1 and +2. I think you would benefit from the +1/+1/+1. Oh, this increases strength, dex, and con by 1. Or increase... This doesn't help you at all. You could increase your strength. This is no good. You don't get them from species anymore. Okay. So increasing dex by 2 will take it up to 17, and con by 1 would take it up to 14. So that's probably the best way to do it. Dex is 15. Character details. Lyri's kind of lawful good, I would say. We'll just put lawful good in there. Lifestyle. I don't know if we need to pick one. Okay, so we're going to chuck in all of this stuff now. So hair is sapphire blue. Wow, I can't type. Skin is pale. Eyes are black. Height is 6'5". They're tall, right? 156.1 pounds in weight. And age is 80. Gender is non-binary. She, they. Right? Personality traits, we didn't need any of these, did we? We did have them, but we don't use them. Notes, organizations, allies, enemies. Allies we can add in. We can add in our boys, can't we? Snot flap. I know this is probably like not Indra the witch. Enemies. You made an enemy of what was his name? The head of the guard. Drogath? Yeah. And he is the enforcer, isn't he, in Badgerbrook. Backstory, we don't need to put that in. Okay. Origin species is Aasimar, but I don't know where that is. I don't see it. This one? Variant Aasimar? I don't really know because new D&D. As an action, you can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to your level. Languages. Size, medium, speed 30, dark vision, celestial resistance. You now have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. Celestial legacy. You know the light cantrip. Once you reach 3rd level, you can cast lesser restoration once with this trait. And you can regain the ability to do so when you finish a long rest. Nice. Okay, I'll allow that. Rice, Leary, Rice. Okay, ability scores. Manual, I'll just put them in from what we have. So, you... Is it going to add them... Do I put them in how they were? Or the total as it is? Because your strength is... Let's see, 12, 17, 14, 8, 11, 16. But does it change them somewhere? No idea. Let's find out. You had this studded leather armor. What do you got on? Leather armor, longbow. We'll have to remove the scimitar. Current inventory. You have no all this stuff. Currently you have 123 gold. I guess we can come back in and do this, can't we? Okay, let me... Oh, we don't... Oh, okay, yeah, we do. We can add one. Too big? Gotta be 3 megabytes, okay. Is the token 3 megabytes, I wonder? Oh, that'll do. Didn't work. Did it add the stuff? Did it do the stats wrong? Bam. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, the stats are all wrong. I see. So, how do I change it? Can I edit it? Jesus, what have I done? What did I even do? Oh, I changed. Oh, you change it here. No. What happened? I don't even know what I clicked. Manage. This one? Manage character and levels. Oh, we're just back in here. Alright, so where is it changing? So we need the total to be 17 at the end. What is happening here? Why is there a -5 modifier? Oh, because I clicked that. Yeah. And then Constitution needs to be 14. And then Intelligence needs to be 8. Wisdom needs to be 11. Charisma needs to be 16. Okay, so that's correct now. Oh, you know what's annoying is I have to update it on the Roll20 as well, don't I, to make it work. Well, I guess this is close enough. You can roll directly from here into Roll20. mean, this is just to give you an idea of what your stats are, so. I think I just have to do it twice. Which is unbelievably annoying. Okay, so. The stats are now. Correct. The AC is going to be all over the place because you're donning and doffing stuff constantly. So I guess really the only thing that matters is the stats, and they're correct. So fuck it, this is fine. How do I share the sheet? Right. And now we see whether it gets fucking ruined immediately by you people or not. Alright, you tell me, exclamation point character sheet, whether that worked or not. Figure it out. So then you gain on this thing some other stuff now. So we're now a hybrid character, but we can make Lyri new D&D. I've got to learn it at some point. How do I even see the next page on this shit? Rapier Vex. You hit a creature with a rapier and deal damage to it. You have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn. That seems broken as shit, doesn't it? And you have Longbow Slow. You have 29 hit points. Oh, okay, yeah, we gotta figure that out then. And then Whip Slow. And that's it. Tactical Mind. We're not going to use that because it's just too confusing. I don't want to add anything in that just like gums up combat enough. Like Remarkable Athlete. No. It's just going to gum up. Anything gumming up combat, I can't be bothered. You can have Healing Hands. Once per long rest, you can, as an action, you can touch a creature and restore 3 hit points. And that comes back on a long rest. So you don't have extra attack or anything yet. Ah. Right, now how much HP are you supposed to have? 23. Why does it say 29? Because it's added it in, has it? It's adding the stuff, is it? I guess I just need to make it 17 and then it will be 23. Yeah, okay, right. So it's just adding the modifiers. All right. Okay, done. Great. So HP is up. Okay, that's easier. It's easier at least just for you to manage, for you guys to have an idea of what Lyri can do. But really all of this stuff isn't exactly what Lyri has, you know? Whip. Where is it? This is my own inventory. Add item. No, add item. Yeah, add item. Whip. Add. Dagger. Add. Everything else. I'm not gonna sit and micromanage this every week. We'll be here all fucking day. +6 from con. But do we need to be at 1623? What does what need to be at 1623? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting and updating that sheet in real time. That sheet is just to give you an idea for new people that come in who want to know what the character is. That's what it's for. It's not to be updated in real time, because otherwise that's insane. An insane request. You people. I mean, it is ridiculous the things that you expect that are going to happen from a one-man show, you know? Literally would need employees, producers. You're the type of person who like watches TV and just thinks that it like magically appears, right? And has no idea that there are cameras and like hundreds of people involved in the production from beginning to end. Editors and people that are fucking hiring people script writers, producers, like fucking makeup artists. You're just watching the fucking thing. That was fucking crazy. He did a punch with his hand turned yellow. The struggle in life, you know. You'd be surprised at how many people think all of this stuff is so easy. Like the productions on Table Story, and that no one has any clue like what goes into any of it. And you can tell when you try and run one of these shows on Table Story, they're just like, why don't you just do this? And you're like, that will take me all day to make. Well, do it then. Well, then I can't do anything else. What are you, out of your mind? It's wild. Truly. The most insane shit. The child with yellow arms. Dude, he got on this morning and said the most racist thing I've ever heard a man say, and he doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know. He doesn't know anything about Marvel characters. And it's hilarious. Okay. Now what do we need to do? Liam almost got me to uninstall Rivals right away. Whack clambered out of bed this morning. Whack woke up, was like, oh. I looked at his phone, saw that me and Liam and Leah were playing, and like, you know, like fucking Sauron just starts moving like a venom. Crawled to his computer and logged in. It was incredible. There was something else we needed to do. Right? Before we started the game. What was it? Something on the sheet? We picked champion at level 3. What are you saying? That was the level up. Oh, I know what it was. What stuff do you want to equip? On the hotbar. You have the Potion of Invisibility, the Seashell Amulet, the Cloak of the Hunter, and Wind Wall. Actually, that seems pretty good. You can switch out for Potion of Hovering, Potion of Temporary Hit Points, Potion of Giant Strength. You want to switch the potion out? Right, and you are currently cursed as well. Oh yeah, you did drink the potion, that's right. Okay, so let's equip a potion. Here we go. We're in the game now. We're in the game now. But the way this works is a bit to sort of streamline the D&D process with so many people playing one character, and you know, it's crazy. You can only attune to certain things. You have a hotbar of stuff. 1 potion, 1 magic item, 2 magic item, and a scroll slot, which is how you cast spells in this setting. You are currently cursed. While alone, you think everything is... You have derealization. And you can't read and write currently. You have the Seashell Amulet equipped, which is allowing you to breathe underwater, so you're going to want to keep that equipped. And I'm guessing you want to keep the Cloak of the Hunter equipped as well. So you did get a Mantle of Spell Resistance last week. What was that? We don't know. The Mantle of Spell Resistance. You have advantage on saving throws against spells. Pretty strong. Fucking Mordrill has that. But let's equip the potion first. So, what potion do you equip? And the options are Neutralize Poison Potion. You no longer have a Potion of Invisibility. A Potion of Stone Giant Strength will temporarily boost your strength stat. Potion of Temporary Hit Points will give you 1d10 temporary hit points. They go away after they get They're like permanent until they get used. So until you lose those HPs. Tonic of Kingdom Hearts, Mermaid's Tail, swim speed goes up to 60 feet. Potion of Hovering, you gain a hovering speed of 15 feet for 1 day. These are the potions you have. It's up to you to determine which potions you would like to equip. And you find yourselves finally inside of the Sunken Temple here. Under the water, under the Tidefall Isle, where Erindra, the Water Witch, set you to task. A little bruised, a little battered, a little tired. First things first, what equipment are you going to proceed with? It takes an action to switch, to pull something out of the bag, and an action to equip it. So bear that in mind. How long does Stone Giant last? Let's have a look. Potion of Stone Giant Strength for 1 hour. You get a strength score of 23 for 1 hour. That's what we're going with? Okay. Equipped. The Potion of Stone Giant Strength is the potion that you have equipped. Now, do you want to keep the Cloak of the Hunter equipped? This item gives you expertise on stealth and perception checks. Or you can switch it out for one of the other items. You've got an Amulet of Warmth, Amulet of Undaunted, Frostheart Orb, a Ring of Granite Grasp, the Beads of Force, the Mantle of Spell Resistance. Are the other items. Yes. Okay. Easy peasy. Now, you finally have your bag back, so all of the other stuff that you had in terms of combat have all been re-equipped. So the shield is back. You've got the longbow, the light crossbow, the whip. You have Big Flap's great club as well. You have a bone dagger now. What is this heal? Why do you get 70 healing? What is that? Where's that from? Where is that coming from? Oh, you also have... No, you don't. You don't have any of this stuff. Oh, it's from this spell. Right. So actually, you don't have any of this stuff. You don't have any spells because you have spells are exclusively cast through scrolls, so you don't get any of that ASMR shit either. But you are now resistant to necrotic damage and radiant damage. Well done. Well done, you. Okay. So I think that's it for all of the admin. That was long, wasn't it? Now you do start today with a wheel spin. and you have the next roll will be a natural 1. But first, you have a wheel spin from last week. So let's see what you start with. Ooh, a magic item. Roll me a d20, chat. We'll take the second roll. Because Omega Adam went ahead and ruined it for everyone by being greedy and rolling his own dice at the beginning. Agreed of it. We take the second roll. What'd you get? A 7. A magical coin purse. It contains either 1d6 gold, 1d10 silver, or 1d12 copper. Shadow wants another wheel spin. Okay, so first of all, we'll roll a d3. 1 gold, 2 silver, 3 copper. Gold. And then 1d6 gold. 6. Fuck yeah, dude. You're welcome for those rolls, by the way. Damn. You are welcome. You get an extra 6 gold. So you're at 129 gold. Honestly, fucking rich as shit, Lyri. Right now. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on in the game. Nope, we've got another wheel spin, haven't we? Hold on. Spin wheel. Thank you, Bekor. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you, Pitsky. Instant long rest. That's actually pretty useful because I was about to ask if you wanted to do that. So, long rest happens. You are healed to full. Hit dice return. All of this bullshit returns. And you don't have to roll for a potential encounter. Which is really the winner here. Because you just get to rest without rolling on my encounter table that I slaved over for 0 seconds because I've not made anything for this temple yet. Well, I made a couple of bits. Nayanar, thank you for the gift sub. Lux, thank you for the 5. You guys trying to get another wheel spin before we get into it? I want something else. I want more. I want more gifts. It's Christmas, and I want more gifts now. Does this... What day is Christmas on? Oh, it's on a Wednesday. Sunday the 22nd. I guess we'll have to do a Christmas episode, won't we? We'll do it on the 22nd. Christmas episode, 2 weeks from now. The special Christmas episode. Where we'll give out Christmas gifts. The wheel spin just has to be Christmas gifts, doesn't it? Exclusively just filled up with varying loot items. Teleported to the North Pole, where Santa lives, who is definitely a gnome.
Oh, bother. I've lost all of my Christmas gifts. And the only way to get them back is that you spin the wheel, and it gets them to come back to me. Whatever will I do if I don't get every single item on the wheel spin back?
And if you unlock all of the different gifts on the wheel spin, it has to be the money printer episode. But it's just you return all of his gifts to him that he lost, and then if you, depending on how many gifts you return to him, depends on how much XP you get. You know, for every 2 gifts returned to him, you get 10% of your XP or something. I should write that down. Christmas episode. The money printer. Gnome Santa has lost all of his gifts. Open bracket. They're on the wheel spin. Pay to give them back to Gnome Santa. For every 2 gifts returned, Gnome Santa grants Lyri random Christmas gifts. Such as magic items and straight up baller XP. Done. Tune in 2 weeks for the Christmas episode. Gary is Santa. Gnome Santa Gary.
Oh, brother, even with all of my arms, I've lost all of my Christmas gifts.
Christmas episode, the money printer. All right, coconuts. April, they're like, look, spin that wheel, you motherfucker. Spin it. I swear to God. Here we go. Lyri feels the spell wind blow. There is a moment where they look around and you see about you this underwater sunken temple. The area that you're currently in has air, breathable air. There is like water rushing down the sides of this place. There's broken stone and this ancient runes and symbology on the walls. There are pools of water about, no creatures, nothing rushing at you. A good place to fix themselves up, and Lyri begins doing so, wrapping their wounds quickly, pulling their boots on, hefting their shield up, and preparing themselves again in after the escape from the Sahagin cave. Taking a look around, suddenly that spell wind heals all of Lyri's wounds. Lyri feels much more energized, as if they've had a long rest, and then immediately teleports. Now, the rules are, so there are 6 sections to this dungeon. Let's see if you can make it to the end of the dungeon. Now, 1 is that you remain where you are. 2 is that you proceed to part 2. 3 is part 3. 4 is part 4. 5 is part 5. And 6 is straight up the conclusion. You complete the dungeon. And I'll probably quit. 2. You still gotta do the dungeon. Just play the game. Why do you want to win so much? Just do the dungeon. You do teleport into the next chamber though. Suddenly. Vanishing. And appearing into this next area. Oh, I think I need a dexterity saving throw to open up. I think as you appear suddenly, I need a dexterity saving throw of... you have a +3 to this dex save. We take the second roll to flush out the previous ones. A 12 +3, 15. As you sort of appear, you find yourself in a slightly different area of this this temple. It's overgrown with coral. The entrance behind you, sort of covered in this sort of strange algae. You get the sense that a few corridors away is probably the chamber that you would have teleported from. It just looks similar, there's sort of architecture and algae parts, but you find yourself in this slightly different chamber. This looks like a much more rundown area. There are bits of the ceiling kind of falling down. The exit to this room, there are two. There's one behind you that probably takes you back to where you just came from, and there's another one that looks kind of like a flooded passageway. You'll have to dive into the water and swim down and through this flooded passageway to the next area. However, the area that you teleport into and onto, there is a pressure plate just to the left of your foot, and just as you kind of, as Lyri's feet are about to land after the teleportation, leaning to one side, and like a ballet dancer manages to kind of just sort of pirouette away from this pressure plate, meaning that you don't activate the trap that was right there. In this hallway, or in this chamber, it's just debris. The entire kind of section seems to just be simply broken pieces of what was once probably quite a beautifully masoned, ancient underwater temple. However, most of this room appears to have broken down over time, collapsing several exits, leaving only really one option. The option is to move through the flooded passageway, diving into the water and progressing. I'm going to need an athletics check, please. You have a +3 to this check. Now officially sort of trying to make their way through and into the tunnel. Making my way under the tunnel. An 8. I think it's just enough. Yeah, you had a +3 to this. Luckily for you, the DC was only 10. Swimming down through and underneath this kind of collapsed tunnel, There's thick seaweed, there's some debris. It's quite difficult to navigate through. It's not just a simple case of swimming. It's navigating through tight spaces and pulling Lyri sort of underwater, having to take off a backpack and the bow, push them through the hole first, and then pull herself through the tight spaces in the holes. They pull themselves through, recollect their items, swim again a little further. I'm going to need a sleight of hand check here. There's seaweed in such thick amounts through here, it becomes almost like webbing, starting to wrap around parts of Lyri. Realizing eventually you're going to run out of oxygen and needing to untangle this seaweed quickly. It's a sleight of hand check. Lyri has +3 to a sleight of hand check here. The DC is 12. A 4. Okay. Failing to do so, you become trapped down here. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw to be able to hold your breath. Which you don't need to do because you have the amulet on. Hold on. You don't need to do it. Change my mind. Would you like to use the bone dagger? Got 2 options for everything in here. Amulet and no amulet. I was reading the no amulet part of my notes. Let's use the bone dagger to cut away the seaweed. Roll me an attack roll with the bone dagger. It is a +5. So just roll a d20 and we add a 5 to that. Say a 12 is what you have to beat again. Thick seaweed, like webbing, sticking to parts of your clothing, armor, bag, bow, arms, legs, face, hair. A 10. You managed to cut away. You would have lost the bone dagger here if you'd failed this. You managed to cut away this seaweed and swim a little further on. Breaking the surface of the water. Crawling out of the water and taking a quick look around. There's nothing rushing to attack you here, but you do recognize that this chamber is another sealed chamber. The flooded tunnel behind you, pulling the last of the seaweed off of your outfit and standing up and turning around. You recognize that there is an enormous ornate door blocking access to the next chamber. The door is sealed with a magical lock that can only be opened by solving a puzzle. In front of you, you see a mosaic of seashells arranged in a very chaotic pattern. Above it is an inscription in an ancient language that I'm going to need you to roll me an investigation check on. Or a history check. Let's see what's higher. -1 on investigation, -1 on history, so it doesn't matter. Investigation check. And you have disadvantage because you can't read. So we roll 3 times and we take the lowest number of the second 2 numbers. -1 to this roll and disadvantage. Just keep rolling. See what we end up with. A 4 and a 5. So a 3. You can't read what it says. You can see that. You know what? I guess we'll make another investigation check to see if you can like make out just a pattern from the mosaic itself. The writing means nothing to you at all. It's like, you know, think of a language you can't read. That's what you're looking at. But let's make another investigation check to see if you can make out anything from the mosaic itself, the patterns and the seashells that are arranged on this very large-looking ornate door. The rest of this chamber is again kind of just like a rundown-looking chamber. Ancient temple, water running down the sides. You are deep underneath the island, or maybe the shoreline. A 7. You guys suck at rolling, huh? I think you can make out that one of these symbols or one of these patterns, it looks a bit like a crescent moon to you. Messing around and putting a hand to the door, you recognize that you can move these shells around and essentially create whatever patterns or art piece that you would like. Placing your hands to this thing, you notice that the shells can only move in 3 areas. So there are shells that can only move in kind of a square on one part, a square on another, and a square on another. So you can create 3 separate shapes out of these shells. One of them looks a bit like a crescent moon to you. And I think that's all you can figure out. What does Lyri do here? Suggestions from the chat room, please. Sort on color, or sort by color, I guess. Yeah. Organize shells in shape, size, and color. I guess we'll just take that one. That's the same thing. Try to make a few space shapes. Sun, moon, star. Moon's the crescent moon shell. Moon's the crescent moon shell, guys. Listen at the shells. Remember, I will take in whatever you, however you write it. However you write it goes in. And that's what you do. Shape the shells according to the moon phases. Cram 3 force beads against the door and shoot them. Grenade. A grenade. Piss on the shells. Push random spots. I'm trying to copy some of these, it's so annoying. Push random spots on the wall. Intimidate the puzzle into solving itself. Alright, we'll go with those. The choice is yours. Children of the Abyss. You may make the choice The whole time I'm running this, by the way, I'm like fervently creating the next room and shit. If you just think I'm sitting here like looking up guides on how to play Thor on Marvel Rivals, I wish. That is not what I'm doing. I'll let you vote a little longer, but it looks like we have a winner. Okay. It's caught between shape the shells according to the moon phases and intimidate the puzzle into solving itself. Okay. We'll do both. We can do both. Let's do an intimidation check and get those rolls out of the way first. So we'll see if you can intimidate the door into solving itself, just for the vine. If you can do this, if you get a nat 20, it will work, okay? You have a +5 on intimidation, but you have to get a natural 20. Them's the rules, boys. What'd you get? A 1. A natural 1? Literally simply stands there and goes, just has a tantrum. Oh, I don't want to do this bloody puzzle. Kicks the door, has a tantrum, takes 1 point of damage. Just, I don't want to do this. Kicks the door, take 1 point of damage. Ow, ow. Jumping up and down, holding onto their boat, covered in seawater and seaweed. Barely escaped being eaten by the Sahagin. Kicks the door. Some of the shapes on the shells kind of like move around. And then the next option was what was the other thing? It was Shadow's one, right? What did you want? What was that? I remember really because it's the answer. You arrange them, I just needed to get the sound effect. You arrange them into the moon phases. Sort of guessing how this might need to go. You you sort of adjust the crescent moon into its shape. Then you create a full moon and then maybe a half moon in, you know, whatever order that would be. And then the door begins to open. As the door opens, you hear the sound of something splashing around in there. Huge footfalls. There are these kind of noises. Lyri kind of peeks around the corner and looks into this next chamber. Now, this next chamber, while still kind of eroded from the passage of time and still crumbling in places, is a much more ornate looking area. There are 4 sets of stairs that seem to lead down into a pool of water. You stand and peering around the doorway at the top of one of these sets of stairs, looking down as it heads down into this huge pool of water. 3 other doorways at the tops of stairs, sealed closed with similar looking ornate doors. At the center of this room is a creature which is kind of moving around. This thing is it looks like a golem made of stone and coral. It's got water rushing off of it, and you can see at the center of the golem's chest there is a pearl that seems to be emanating magic. Splashing up water. It's just stomping around at the center of this area. Now, you are not in combat right now, but I will need a potential stealth check from you. Let's do a stealth check as you hide at the top of this doorway. We take the second roll, and Lyri has a +3 to stealth. Or do you have more? No. What do you have on? This cloak gives you stealth and perception? Yep. You have expertise in stealth and perception checks, which means you have a +3 to stealth. Did I just say +3? Guess not. A 9. Which makes that a $12. You are hidden. Barely. This is a module we're running through or something you've written? It's something I've co-written with a lot of help from ChatGPT. The golem doesn't see you standing at the top of the stairs, but I would like an investigation check, please. You have -1 to investigation. A wave of insane hunger has hit me. Damn, Shadow. Damn, boy. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, my friend. He's like, fuck this. We need a Deus Ex Machina. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with this pressure. I can't do the pressure. A 10. -1 is a 9. You're not sure if the pearl at the center of this thing's chest is the pearl you're looking for. But it probably is. It probably is. This pearl sitting at the center of this creature's chest that is keeping it alive, glowing a sort of eerie light blue as it stomps around, is probably the heart of the abyss. Now let's spin the wheel on behalf of Lux and Shadow, my actual children, keeping me alive in my old age. Oh, your next roll is a 1, but I forgot about the other natural ones. So your next 2 rolls are natural ones. Thank you for reminding me. Shadow. Lux. Furious. Who was it last week that was getting so angry at losing D&D? Kirsty. Well, this is unfair. I should be winning. It doesn't make any sense if I'm not winning. I'm the main character, aren't I? In the world. Okay, well, your next roll will be a natural 1, and luckily it comes down at a point where I get to ask you this question. What does delivery do? You are at the top of this stairway. This creature is stomping around, and you suspect that the heart of the abyss, the item that you are searching for, is part of this golem. That somehow a golem has been born from the magic of this pearl. And that is why it has been removed from the pedestal. Investigate the walls. Take a whiff of the area. Seek for environmental damage options. Sing the golem to deep sleep with a lullaby. Bombs away. Grenades. Try to drink the water. Someone hasn't watched Gone. Guys. Forage for food. Ask the golem politely for the orb. That'll do. Those are good options. There are your options. What if you are called, if you're asked to roll a dice, it will be a natural 1 for the next 2 rolls that you do. What would you like Lyri to do next? The choice falls to you. Children of the chat room. Take a whiff of the area. Can't believe nobody wanted to drink the water. Means we have a lot of Gone fans in here. People with good taste. Alright. This will be a perception check, but I want to see what you would have got if it wasn't a 1, a natural 1. So you have a +4 to perception at the moment. You're going to take a little sniff anyway. Let's see what you would have got. Had the wheel not intervened. I just have to put something in my stomach because I'm running on empty. And it makes me feel very sick. Cyber Bob, thank you for the resub. How are you doing? Welcome. Would have been a +4 to this roll. Would have been a 7, would have been an 11, but in fact it's a natural 1, which I think means this happens. There he goes. And it echoes, you know? You know, like sometimes when you go to sniff and you don't realize that you have a little bit of a blocked nose and it like whistles and it's really embarrassingly loud? That is what happens. In that exact moment, the golem goes, pulls out a coral from its stomach and throws it at Lyri. I need a dexterity saving throw, please. Now this will be a natural 1. I can't believe Lyri's still alive. Let's see what you would have got. You have a +3 to this dex save. Let's see what you would have won. A 7 again would have made this a 10. I think would have been a fail either way. Instead, you get a natural 1, which I think means you fall. I think this piece of coral strikes Lyri. Immediately, Lyri looking down, there is a spike of blue coral with sort of tinged white and red ends that just pierces through that leather armor, and immediately a lance of pain as it cuts Lyri, dealing a little damage here. 1d4 piercing damage. 1. I'm the only one on your side because you guys suck at rolling. Luckily, I'm here. 21 HP as we now roll initiative. Guys, roll initiative for me, please. Roll a d20 and your initiative is +3. Let's see how you do against the water coral golem. Now I'm doing everything manually as well for the golem because I haven't added him in as a creature. Just a d20 for the golem. Natural fucking 20. God, I'm so good at rolling nowadays. Guys. The golem becomes furious at the sight of an intruder, slamming its huge stone coral arms down into the water, letting off this huge wave. This rushes out, splashing against the stone walls below you. This creature sights you up, and you go on a 7. At the beginning of the combat here, it is the water coral golem's turn. Let's see what it can do. How fast can you move? If it's in the water, it's faster. It starts running across the water here. It seems to be exceptionally quick. As it gets to the edge of the land, it pulls another one of those pieces of coral out and just throws it up this stairs. it is going to attempt to hit you with... Oh, this is, for some reason, a dex save from you. So make me a dexterity saving throw, please, again here. You have a +3 and no nat 1s this time. Level 3, baby. Here we go. You can die. It is possible to die. Ta-da! Bring. What's happening here? We done it? Is there no one in here? We done? We don't want to play this every week anymore? We're bored of it? What do you want? You're bored of this? You're bored of Dragon Age? Bored of everything? A 17. That is an easy make. This thing launches past Lyri's head as they kind of duck out of the way. It crashes against the stone behind them, breaking into bits of beautiful but dangerous coral, striking the ground and the wall. It is the end of the Golem's turn, and it is now Lyri's turn. What does Lyri do? So you currently have the melee weapon equipped because you have the shield up. So let's have a look here. So you can attack the creature within range. I think you can get to it. Can you get to it? Oof, no. 35 feet away. What's the speed on Lyri? 30 feet, not close enough. Actually, you can't attack with the rapier. You can't attack. You could drop the rapier and equip the longbow. Let's see what you could do here. You have your action surge. I don't think you have an arm anymore, do you? The third arm. Wasn't that like an hour? You have a third arm for an hour? You might still have it, but you can't use it to have another weapon anyway. Alright, so let's see here. Equip longbow. Is an action. You could use a scroll, wind wall. Equipping the beads is going to take 2 actions. Because you have to unequip the cloak. Equip beads. 2 actions. You can do a dodge action, which will give you gives the creature disadvantage to hit you. Okay, and then creative options, I guess. Ask the golem what it wants from us in exchange for the pearl. Use full movement, dash on action, action surge, and attack. Haven't got anything to freeze the water now. Motion and exchange for his necklace against one of our items / gold. Do we need the gem? What gem? The gem that's on the golem? You suspect it's the item that you've come here to collect, yes. Okay, I guess that's it. These are your options. Equip the longbow. Use the scroll. Unequip the cloak and equip the beads, 2 actions. Dodge, giving the golem disadvantage to hit you. Ask the golem what it wants in exchange for the pearl. Use full movement, dash on an action, and then action surge and attack. Motion in exchange for his necklace against one of our items gold. It's not actually a necklace, it's literally just part of the golem. It's its heart. What would you like to do? And you do have the weapon mastery things on for the rapier and the longbow. Vex and slow. And you can always do an immediate action surge after this and gain another action. So you can equip the longbow and then use an action surge and then go, you know. Scroll of Windwall is the plan, however. Right, well, as we established, you can't read. So you have to make an Arcana check. What did I say? What was the rule? While not being able to read. You've got to beat a DC 10 Arcana check to be able to use the scroll. So this is passive, but -1 to your Arcana roll. Let's go. D20. We are now using the 2024 rule set, yeah, even though I don't really know anything about it. That's what we're in. I got to learn. I want to use it for my next campaign anyway. A 10 makes it, breaks it. Okay. You are casting the spell Wind Wall. A wall of strong wind rises from the ground at a point you choose. You can make the wall 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick, and you can shape it however you want. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. Keeps little things out. Okay. How do you want to shape the wall? There's like around Lyri, around creature, between Lyri, sort of barrier between Lyri and creature. U-shape around who? U-shape which way? Up or down the stairs? You want to catch the creature in it? Do a line down the stairs U shape. Left to right. U shape. Penis shape. All right. The second part of there'll be a second part of this. Right, around the creature. Include the creature, as in you want him to take damage. Or you just want to hem him in. Yes. Okay. So, pulling out the scroll as this thing is running forward, dodging the coral as it whips past. Lyri reaches down to the scroll holster, pulling out the scroll, reading off the arcane words, and suddenly underneath and around this creature, a huge, I guess, wind kicks up. Do I have anything cool to represent wind? Wind! Do we have a nice wind, a windy circle? Because you're just sort of doing a big circle around this creature, right? Wind's a weird one to have to draw, isn't it? Artists. Oh, I do have one. Look at that. Hold on. Pulling the scroll out and then moving their hands around in a circle. You see this wind pick up. The creature, immediately caught in this thing, is confused. Starts swinging its huge arms at the wind, but it will immediately take some damage. And what was it? 3d8. No save. Could be dead. Could very well be dead. No, it's not. 20 damage. I rolled a 6, an 8, and a 6 for you all. Am I on the wrong thing? How long has this been like this? That's a lot of damage. Now, everyone is trying to spin the wheel. How many wheel spins have we got here? Horace, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Bew, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Shadow, Anonymous, thank you for the gift subs. Dirk, thank you for the gift subs as well. How many wheel spins is that, Shadow? Creature. You see bits of rock and coral breaking off of this creature as it's caught in this wind. The maelstrom of wind lifting the rock and coral up before sort of ejecting them out of the top, and they land in the waters beside this thing. With the fact that this water is also underneath this, and this is a good sort of 4-5 feet of water. It's pretty deep down there. The water is being lifted up as well, this sort of water spout, as it begins to rain down on the area beside it as well, creating this crazy situation around this golem. So first things first, that was 1 use. You only have 7 uses of this scroll, and that was 1 use of it. Haven't you used this before? But you have 1 use used. Did I accidentally reset that on a long rest at one point? I think I did. So the spell scroll is down to 5 uses left. And you deal a massive 20 damage to this creature. Just bits, chunks falling off of this thing. Let's spin the wheel. See what you get. Wild fucking magic. I'm gonna do a traditional wild magic. I'm gonna do a wild magic, a classic wild magic, a traditional one. D100, baby. 20. You cast Grease centered on yourself. Grease. What does it do? If Dylan was here, I would allow us to roll 1d2 and determine whether you sing the full song. Grease is the word. Slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range and turns into difficult terrain. When the grease appears, each creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. There you go. Away you go. Dex save, please. I'll see if I have a grease thing to put on the ground around you. Grease just kind of appearing underneath Lyri and running down the steps of this temple as the spell wind kicks up. Grease is the time, is the place, is the motion. Grease. Let's see if you make your dexterity saving throw. You have a +3 to this roll, a 15 easy, slipping around but not falling. I would have honestly made you make another dex save to not fall down the stairs for this, by the way. So congratulations. Lyri just reaching out, grabbing onto the open ornate door here and stabilizing themselves before slipping and falling down the stairs and into the sort of maelstrom ahead. You have a second wheel spin. Let's see if you can do any better on this one. The boss battle. As your hands touch the door, it seals closed behind you. It seals closed. for you have activated the boss battle of this water temple. What is it? Let's find out. Let's pull up a random encounter, I think. A deadly one. A deadly one, please. Or it is a boss battle. Nothing exists. Nothing exists. Fine. Then Chat GPT. Generate me a D&D monster. Suddenly, this fight gets a lot more difficult. Suddenly, everything changes. Suddenly, you're in a lot of trouble. Appearing at the center as this spell goes off, as the creature cries out, something comes to undeath. An ancient ghost of the deep, a spectral remnant of a long-forgotten underwater civilization. Its translucent form shimmers with faint bioluminescent hues. A ghost, a malicious undead. A guard of the treasures of its tribe. An eerie wail stretches out. The water ghost. Appears. Its eyes flash with a deep blue, sighting up our hero. You must now face whatever this creature is called. And we'll find out immediately after I finish making its token. Can you tell I'm buying time? Entirely improvised D&D, you motherfuckers. Entirely made. Water Ghost. The Water Ghost. What is it called? The ancient ghost of the deep. saved in my file as Water Ghost. Water Ghost. Add turn. 1d20 plus 2. In the fight on an 18, the Water Ghost appears. It speaks. Furious. Okay. Do we have another wheel spin? The Water Goer. The Water Goer. Thank you, Debiru, for the 5 gift subs. It is still, and still, Lyri's turn. Right? Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. What does Lyri do? So you can action surge, which will give you +1 attack. +1 action. +1 action. You can use your bonus action to heal. (1d10 plus 3). You can dodge. Didge. No, you can't. You can attempt to run somewhere down the stairs and into the water, I guess. Slide down the stairs and jump on top of the golem. Point the ghost towards the golem. Golem's got their pearl. Call the ghost that we need help. Call to the ghost that we want help. Cathala want to help Cathala by returning the pearl that was stolen. Okay. I see the desperate clawing that you are attempting to make to a creature that very clearly came out not speaking your language on purpose. Almost as if I did it on purpose because I've been GMing for a long time and I'm always one step ahead of you people. Over the sounds of a fucking hurricane. Yeah, you people, players. Says the ghost. Meanwhile, the golem caught in a literal tornado and confused. What does Lyri do? What is the plan? Just because it can't speak our language doesn't mean it can't understand us. That's true. I'm just doing my best to fucking help you, but I won't from now on. You can all thank Mr. Kip Kip. No more DM clues. It's on hard mode. Oh, a little button just came up on the screen. Would you like to increase the difficulty? And everyone looked at each other like, no, we don't want to do that, right? But Kipling went, click the button. Ding! Difficulty increased. Difficulty increased. You're no more help from me then. Okay. Okay, you don't want any help from me? You guys have got this? You guys have got this? Cool. I'll GM this like Wax Steven. You're doing an action surge. You're doing an action surge. What does Leary do with the action surge? Equip. So hang on. What we got? What we got? Unequip shield. Equip longbow. Use scroll. Wind wall. Dodge, which gives creatures disadvantage to hit you. You have a potion equipped. What potion is it? Potion of Stone Giant Strength. Run. The door is closed behind you. Running is not really an action. Run towards danger. Tell the golem the ghost just called it stupid in their language.
What does the potion do?
Potion will give you 23 strength for an hour. Omni Slash. Alright. The choice is yours, guys. What is it gonna be here? Two boss battles at once. Do we have strength-based attacks? No. But you could make them strength-based attacks temporarily. By equipping the great club. But really, no. It doesn't help you much. Because you have a longbow, which is dexterity, and a rapier, which is dexterity. And a great club. So you could equip the great club instead of the rapier after chugging a potion of strength and use a great club instead. You can't have two wind walls active, no, but this wind wall is now no longer doing anything for you. Wind Wall 2. Return of the Wind Wall. First, I need an Arcana check to see if you can even read this scroll again. You have a -1 to your Arcana. Hi, Nanny Op. Nani? OP. You gotta beat a 10. See if you can cast another wind wall. Which is essentially move this wind wall somewhere. A 3. You fail. Pulling out the scroll and trying to read this thing. Unfortunately, due to the curse, it requires a DC 10 Arcana check. because you've forgotten how to read and write. So the written portion of this scroll just means nothing to Lyri right now. All of a sudden, just completely affected by this Spellwind curse. Stumbling over a few of the words, completing, sort of failing to complete the incantation. The wind wall is not recast. I don't think it drops this one though. What does it? I guess it was a failure to cast, so no. So this wind wall can remain, even though I would say at this point the wind wall is no longer helping you. All it's really doing is stopping you from firing arrows. And fuck up any arrows you fire into it. So would you like to drop the wind wall? It's not going to do any more damage for the record. It doesn't continually deal damage. It only deals damage when it's cast. Anything walking into it will not suffer. Although, the other thing is a ghost. Let me reread wind wall. Hold on. Before we make a hasty decision. The strong wind keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. Is a ghost a gas? Will it get blown away by wind? I mean, I guess not. Because it's just incorporeal, not a gas. Alright. So, executive decision, I'd say probably best that we drop the wind wall here. So we'll say the wind wall drops. The golem confused even more at the sudden disappearance. Okay. So that burns your action. You can move, but I don't know if you want to. Stood up there in a pile of grease. You can heal, but you're not particularly damaged right now. You've only taken 2 damage. So I guess it's just a yes or no question for would you like to move, Yui? Yes, no. Little reminder, so you are trapped up here. You can only move 30 feet, so you can basically move to the bottom of the stairs. But this is your back is against the wall. You could try and leap off of this, I guess. But this is probably, what, 15, 20 feet up? So it could be a bit of a dangerous fall.
Can we use the second action to equip the bow?
No, you used your second action to cast Wind Wall and failed to cast Wind Wall. You no longer have a second action. So you did burn your action surge. You burned another Wind Wall. The only thing you can really do at this point is move. Now, do we have another wheel spin? Yes. David Vispero, my boy. Have you been taking your medicine, David? I have to ask. Nyanar, Bubu, Horus. Let's spin this wheel. No, they cry. Your next roll will be a natural 20, but it is the end of your turn. Your next roll will be a natural 20. David Vispero coming in clutch. No, he says he hasn't taken his medicine. Well, take your medicine. Almost another boss battle. That probably would have been it. I think that would have been a close on this story here. Okay, Water Coral Golem. Let's see, is this thing stupid as shit? Are you a dog? Coral Golem. 5 int. It is stupid. I'm going to roll a d2 to determine what it attacks. A 1, it attacks Lyri. A 2, it attacks the ghost, the water goer. Splashing the water, it attacks the water goer. It's a free-for-all. It's all versus all. All to play for, all to win. Here, in the Water Colosseum. Let's see if it can strike. With its slam. It is a +5 to hit. An 11. Wow, he rolled a fucking 1. What is this? Why doesn't it show me what he rolled? This is a miss. An 11 is a fail. This creature just hits the water underneath the water goer. The water goer kind of blurs out of sight. It is now the water goer's turn. The water goer is going to use its Wailing Echo. An echo wails. I need a Constitution saving throw from Lyri, please. You have a +4. And also, the Water Golem makes one. Somehow, the Water Golem only has a +1 to its con. A 13. The DC is 11. Nope. Wrong. Yep, 11. What's your con save for Lyri? A 19. Nice. Okay. You will take half of 2d6 psychic damage. 3. Each creature takes 3 damage. So Lyri, 3 psychic damage, sort of just wincing at the sound of this thing. But you are not deafened. This potentially deafens as well. The Water Golem also takes 3 damage here. It's Lyri's turn. Guys, you have a natural 20 on whatever you do next. But you only have 1 action. You currently have a rapier and a sword equipped. A fencing sword and a shield, I mean. A rapier and a shield equipped. Wind Wall. Are you casting Wind Wall? Do I just need to write Wind Wall? Yes. No. You're going to try and take them both out in one Wind Wall? Is that the plan here? How long does the grease last? For quite a while, but I think because you've already made your check, you're good. Because it's when it appears or when you walk into it for the first time. Ooh, or ends its turn there. Thank you. So at the end of this turn, and technically at the end of the last turn, but I'll allow it. What's the plan here, guys? Wind Wall? Looks like it, huh? Wind Wall it is. This is an Arcana check. Let's see what you would have got. Make me an Arcana check. You have -1 to your Arcana checks. Lyri is a fighter, a soldier, not a mage. per se. Everyone's a little bit of a mage in this setting. I love this setting, and I want to make it into a setting. I don't know when or how, but I think it's cool. Leave me alone. Let's see what you would have rolled. You are, however, going to successfully cast this regardless, and I'm guessing you want to put it dead in the middle here, yes or no in the chat. The wind thing. Let's bring it back. I'm guessing it's going there. Trapping them both. Really hard to see on this screen. Leary pulling out the scroll. Natural 20 on the Arcana check. Successfully casting another pop of Wind Wall here. Reading the incantation off as quickly as they possibly can. And then looking at the area where it's to be cast and then spinning a hand as this thing, again, water rushing up and spouting out the top of this tornado that is created. The water coral golem caught in it instantly. The water Gerwer caught in this thing. They're gonna take a bunch of damage again. It is 3d8 bludgeoning. Here we go. I can't. Oh my god, I can't type. 3d8. 3d8 bludgeoning damage. 16 damage. The water coral golem breaks apart. Stone, coral, and then the pearl lost and caught in this maelstrom. Give me a perception check to see if you can keep track of where the heart of the abyss goes as it breaks from this creature. The magic dispelled from this golem as it is caught in this literal tornado pulled up from the underneath this thing. You have a +4 to your perception check. Let's see if you can follow where it goes, where it lands. Maybe you can grab it and run. Maybe you lose it forever. Maybe it rolls down a drain pipe. Maybe it lands in your hands. You have expertise, not advantage, that's correct. $16 damage also dealt to the water Gerwer. So it's on that much damage in my brain. I'll write it down. A 10 to follow where this thing goes. I think that's a fail. Just lose it. There is debris being launched everywhere. Bits of coral, bits of stone, and the heart of the abyss scatter, splashing into the water all around in this area. And this water's pretty deep. Again, it's 4 or 5 feet deep. This maelstrom kicking up. This thing is defeated. This thing is destroyed. The water Gerwer remains a ghost, whipping against this insane level of wind and bludgeoning damage that is dealt to it. It is still Lyri's turn. Really, the only question is, would you like to move? You can just type yes or no in the chat room. Because your bonus action would be wasted, I think, at this point. And yes, where are you wanting to move to? You don't have tactical mind. I'm gonna see if I can... Can I remove that from the sheet? I'll fuck with it. Get the fuck out? Well, you can't leave. Out of the grease. To the monster. Alright, hang on. So is it out of the grease or to the monster? Just out of the grease towards the monster. The choice is yours. Yeah, you don't have tactical mind. You don't have remarkable athlete. And you don't have celestial legacy. Or savage attacker. Because it's just too confusing for... It's just too... it gums up how much you can do in a turn way too much, and it takes fucking forever to get through a single turn as it is. This isn't really 5e, I'm just using as much of a baseline as I can to make this as streamlined as possible, otherwise we're here forever. I might pull something from one of the other things that you get, like the old martial archetypes, like samurai or something like that. Might be better. Anything passive is good. Arcane Archer. Just out of the grace. Okay. It is done. There he moves out of the grace. It is now the water goer's turn. The spell will drop just for the sake of... It's completely useless at this point. And it annoys me. I'm getting rid of it. Let's see if the Wailing Echo recharges. It does. Another Wailing Echo. Give me a con save, please. You have +4 to this as the creature lets out another... for another 2d6 psychic damage. So this will be either 6 or 3 damage from the water goer. +4 to your con save. What did you get? A 12? That was a make, right? Yeah, so you take 3 more damage. Yeah. The water goer suddenly moves with pretty exceptional speed. Water kicking up behind it as it rushes towards Lyri. It's now Lyri's turn. I don't think it's within range of any melee attacks. But it is moving towards you. Lyri, what does Lyri do? Choice is yours. Again, you can unequip the shield and equip the longbow. You could hold an action to attack it. when it comes within range. It is moving towards you. You can use the scroll, wind wall again. You could dodge. You can drink a potion of stone giant strength. Anything else? Suggestions from chat. This thing is flying towards you. Can you physically attack a ghost? You can. Typically, it does. If your weapon isn't magical, usually it's resistant to that damage, so it's dealing half damage. But I don't think you have any magic weapons anyway. Or is the elven bow? The elven bow might be magical actually. But this thing's going to get to you on its next turn. Have you used second wind? No, because this is your what you're doing with your action. There's a spin. Oh, okay, let's do that. Wish granted. A wish. What will Lyri wish for? What does Lyri wish for, guys? Suggestions from the chat. The bow is already magical. The pearl appears in our inventory. All attacks magical for this battle. More gold. The pearl lands on the ghost's head. Coconut clonk sound. Down he goes. We can read. A nice PB and J Sandy. Don't know what that is because I'm English and we don't have those. Snopflap teleports. You could kill him because he can't get out. Immunity to ghosts. That's a monkey paw. There is at least one monkey's paw wish on there. One of those things is particularly powerful. Well, is it? Not really. Maybe, kind of. It's just ghosts, not undead. That's different, I guess. No one cares. No one. Everyone's like, we take the PB&J sandwich. That's the one. I feel like PB&J, like if you do, whenever you do the ones that are like a nice PB&J sandwich, that's also a monkey's paw, but it's like in your favor. You know, you drink that and be like, it would increase your ability score for dexterity by like 6, but none of you are ever going to pick it. But in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, if they pick fucking sandwich on a wish spell, I'm gonna give them something special for it. But it's a dangerous game to play with me because I'm unpredictable, I'm chaotic, I'm crazy. I'm a crazy boy. I have mental health issues. What will the wish be here? The ghost rushing across the water towards you. Lyri standing back against the wall. Pearl somewhere in this room, but we don't know where. We can read a curse that could easily be healed from the Water Witch return. Wish granted. You're welcome. Could have just waited 10 minutes and asked the witch. Cool, you can read again. You've cleared one curse. Could have cleared them both. Oh, brutal, dude. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy playing D&D with this chat room, you know? You guys are fucking crazy, dude. There's like 3 people in the chat room who are like fucking their hands are cracking their desks right now.
It could have been immune to the undead.
no monkey paw. Okay, wish granted. What does Leary do? So this is, so we were saying like you can hold an attack as the creature comes within range. The first thing that happens is Leary attacks. You can unequip your shield and equip your longbow. You can use the scroll again. You can dodge. You can potion of stone giant strength. It's because it was all caps, probably, yeah. Dogs, you know. Like if you throw a ball near a dog, it's like... Just can't do it. It has to go, I must. Father, I must. I must run. You throw it straight into oncoming traffic. Dog's ears flapping up as it's about to get fucking slammed by a truck. Theory, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Felix, thank you for the resub. Insta Rage, thank you for the 5 gift subs, my friends. There's not another wheel spin, right? I didn't miss one. Did I miss one? It wouldn't be Twitch Plays D&D without some really great choices. Just activated my Siri. My apologies. Siri, play Thong Song by Cisco. Wind Wall, here we go again. Now, you'll be pleased to know you can read now. So you don't have this curse. Simply put, all that happens here, Leary pulls out the scroll, speaks the enchanted words, able to read them easily, turning a hand underneath this creature. Water whipped up, debris, stones, rocks. This creature is immediately going to take another 3d8 bludgeoning damage. Let's see what it does. 14 damage. The creature is destroyed. The wind wall displaces. The combat is over, and you get a good chunk of XP for this. You do lose another wind wall. You're down to 2 more uses of it. But this is going to work out really well for you. Because you get 400 XP. So that's 1,323. Is that correct? $2,700 to level up again. Power surging through Leary. And you defeat the water coral golem and the water goer. Before you lays a bunch of water, and I think you now must try and find the pearl. I'm guessing you want to find the pearl. The door opens behind you, freeing you from this place. But you must find the pearl. Give me an investigation check to see if you can find it in this place. Leary diving in. You have a -1 to investigation, I think. Yep. Oh, did the stream go down? What happened? Okay. -1 to this, and you rolled a 2. Ah, did it fully go down, the whole stream? No, thank God. A 2. A failure. While sort of searching around, you cut your finger on a piece of coral and take 1 hit point of damage. Please roll me another investigation check. We could be here all day. You get 14 more tries before you die. This could take a while, guys. Could be here for a bit. This is one of my favorite Twitch days. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Tune in for the Christmas special in 2 weeks. Don't forget to tune in for the Christmas special in 2 weeks. Boy, oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. A 13. Swimming down and sort of looking for anything resembling a blue pearl. Leary finally sees something. Blue upon blue in this blue water. Picking this thing up. Resurfacing and looking at this thing. The pearl, now in Leary's hand. Behind Leary, a little swirling magical wind appears. And on the HUD it says, "Would you like to leave dungeon?" The choice, as always, is yours. Thank you everybody for the gift subs today. I bought a lot of Christmas presents yesterday. I bought all of the members of my family's Christmas presents yesterday, and it was fucking brutal. I'm so glad I had Marvel Rivals to play last night instead of sit there thinking about how much money I spent on those children. Leave the menu open while we explore more. There's nothing left to explore. You got everything. You leave the dungeon. And that's where we end today's session. Congratulations, everyone. You did it. You completed the side quest. Restless Tides. A DLC. Okay. Now, on this D&D Beyond sheet, can I remove some traits? Manage custom. The job for you. You guys figure it out for next week, whether I can remove some of the things from this sheet. I want to remove Tactical Mind. Oh, I fucked everything up now. Click the wrong button. I want to remove some of those options, and I want to give you guys something in its space. I think I'm going to take some stuff from... we're going to take some stuff... Take something from Arcane Archer. Samurai Brute, Knight, Scout, Sharpshooter. I'll take some of these Unearthed Arcanas as well. I think those would be the ones that make sense for Lyri based on their training. And instead of those other options, we'll mix something in. I'm trying to make it so that it's a bit more passive. I know some of you cannot compute that. I know that you're like, but the rules as written say this, and it is unacceptable that you have said... And I know that you just simply cannot understand it, but for the sake of just making this as streamlined as possible, so that the combats don't last really, really long, gumming up endless sort of turns and trying to reduce as much as possible to make it as simple as possible to get across on each combat turn what you can and can't do. Not just for those of us that know how to play D&D, but for people who are just coming in here and have no idea what's happening. They can kind of pick it up and figure out how they can get involved and what makes sense for them. Which is why we've done it this way, which is why I've got the things like the equipping of items and things. Rather than... Some of this stuff is just too confusing. I actually like these additions to the fighter role. The 2024 stuff. It seems kind of cool. But I think it would just make it too confusing in this. But I don't want to remove things without at least offering something else in its place. So I'm gonna take a look at some of the old martial archetypes, and I'll pull some stuff, and you can vote next week on which one of those additions that you want to give Lyri, and then we'll give Lyri another ability, basically. Something that will make sense for who they are, I think, and how they were potentially trained. Champions in there as well, isn't it? Battlemaster might work as well, but I know I've played a Battlemaster a couple times, and I know that's probably going to gum it up and do exactly what I don't want it to do. And I'll see if I can... I don't know if I can adjust this sheet. If I could custom remove things from the D&D Beyond, we'll do that next week as well. And I'll replace the Tactical Mind, Celestial Legacy, and Savage Attacker with this stuff. I think the Vex and Slow stuff is fine. And I think we'll, like, extra attack and stuff will be fine as well. We'll just... But, like, anything else, all these other things are just like, there's too many options and they're too complex, and it just takes a really long time to explain to someone. I have to explain it every single round, and I think people who don't know how to play D&D are just immediately lost, and I want everyone to be able to play. So we're playing baby's first D&D really every week. At this point, I've been doing this long enough that I can just immediately tell what is and isn't complex and confusing, and what is, it's the same ability that I have as a DM now. When a player is like, it's the rule of cool thing, when a player is like, I would like to try and do a triple backflip, and then while I'm in the air, I turn upside down and fire an arrow into the top of his head. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Try it. But sometimes people are like, do you think just for this one turn, I can fly 10 to 15 feet? And I'm like, if I let you fly 10 to 15 feet today, you're going to fucking use that against me in 3 weeks. That's going to come back in episode 55, and you're going to be like, well, that one time I flew, so that means actually, technically, I can fly 60 feet on my turn every turn now. And they will get me. They will get me. Players always get you eventually, with a loophole that you gave them. Being a nice guy GM at the beginning of the campaign, they'll use it against you at the end of the campaign. And I've developed an incredible sixth sense for that. It's nice guy GM shit. Most of you wouldn't understand because most people are horrible GMs. Not like bad GMs, but horrible people, and they play like player versus GM D&D. and I don't. One last spin for the road? Why not? Why not? I say. If that had landed on boss battle, I would have shit my pants. Let's give you a random item. Roll me a d20, chat. And let's give you a random item from this d20 table. A brand new item. A last thing picked up from this temple. What if we vote at the start of battle on if we have a bow or rapier and shield out or full on BG3? No, stop trying to win D&D, Durkee. I asked. I said, what do you want as your basic? And it was everyone already said they wanted the shield out. So you have the shield out every time you go into battle now. And then you just get annoyed when the thing is away from you. So you're going to have to figure it out. It's the... You literally are trying to win D&D. If you want to have a fucking +4 shield, there has to be a downside to it. And the downside is the fact that you do better with a bow. So yeah, you can boost your AC. But the switching between your weapons is really Lyri's whole thing. A de-gumming idea? Well, by adding an additional gum at the beginning. Stop trying to win. I know what you're doing. Every week. 18. You get the original copy of a well-known book. Dude, non-canon. You get the original copy of the book non-canon. The original copy of the... I'm just going to call it the novel non-canon. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You have won D&D. Tusk love. That's it, man. A first edition. Next week, we will continue sort of the back end of this as you bring the pearl back to the witch. Lancelot's up there waiting, Snotflap's up there waiting, and we'll see where you go on the adventure. 2 weeks from now, we're going to do a Christmas special that we completely came up with on the fly today. And this week on the channel, we're playing a different game every day. It's listed in the Discord, but we're doing Monday, we're doing Minecraft. Tuesday, we're doing Stardew Valley. Wednesday, we're doing The Witcher 3. Thursday, we're doing Infinity Nikki. And Friday, we're doing RimWorld. We are going to... I've made a new intro for every single one of them. So on those days, if you don't see the intro the morning of, come in and request that I play the intro, because I will. Otherwise, it would have been a complete waste of time. I've done the intro for Minecraft, and it's fucking brilliant. And I've done the intro for Stardew Valley, and it's fucking brilliant. I'm not kidding, it's hilarious. I've outdone myself, and it's got to be good if I'm saying that. 2 p.m. UK, the stream will start, which is 9 a.m. Eastern. But I probably won't start playing the game for about half an hour or so, depending on how much I want to chat shit, you know. Single player Minecraft. I'll see you on Monday, tomorrow, for that. Different games every day this week. And at the end of the week, we're going to decide whether we keep playing one of them or all of them or what. Second channel, I'll probably play some Marvel's Rivals on the second channel on some of the evenings this week. But we'll see about that. I don't know. But I have been enjoying that, so I might second channel a couple of hours here and there of that. And don't forget to tune into Table Story almost every night. Tonight is Deathless. Tuesday is the Cura Roundtable. So there is one more episode of Cura to go, but it's the cast and crew roundtable. Oh, all right. Well, I'm fucking tired. That was a crazy session of combat. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you all later on. Let's go and see Alasdair. He is playing The Witcher 3. And if you like The Witcher 3, I'll see you on Wednesday. We're going to play it again. See you later. Peace. Bye. I said bye. I said get the fuck out of here, boys. Thank you everybody that subscribed again. Very much appreciate it on a Sunday.